We are back, everyone. Welcome back.
Know that you're coming back home. Know that you're coming back home. Know that you're coming back.
Hello, everyone. I am alive. Not to say that my YouTube channel will be consistently alive after this, but I feel like I owe you all a little check-in. So let's figure out what's been going on with my life. As you all probably know, or maybe you don't know, I graduated from PNB in June. So I am no longer in the professional division there, which a lot of you were very sad about, as I also had my fair share of sadness. This is kind of going to be a post-mortem of that whole PD experience, and then also moving forward what I've done over the summer, where I am now, what my life looks like for the next few months, just so you're all aware and we can go on the journey together. I don't even know what the last YouTube video I made was. Shall we look? I feel like we should look. December 31st, 2020. Wow. So it has almost been 2 years since my last YouTube video. Basically, I was at Pacific Northwest Ballet in Seattle for a year. Well, actually 2 years, but one of them was on Zoom. For last year, I was actually up there. I moved up there, had an amazing roommate. Miss you so much, Alyssa Babes. It was honestly a really fantastic experience. Without going too far into detail and too in-depth, I'll just say that I most definitely learned more about myself and my strength and my self-worth than I really ever thought I could learn about. And I definitely realized there were areas of myself that I hadn't awoken until last year, in terms of mental strength, in terms of will, in terms of advocating for myself. You know, I feel like as dancers, we often let people push us around, and I think I realized last year, just in the chaos of it all, and being in a situation where you're not in a company, but you're not a student, and trying to find that balance when you're treated like both on a day-to-day basis, but it changes hour by hour. And I feel really grateful for the experience, because I think it was definitely life lessons that I needed to learn. It might have felt really hard at the time, which it did. It felt, and I usually don't share those kinds of things on social media because I don't like to spend more time in the lows than I need to. That's kind of just who I am as a person. But PNB was a fantastic experience. We did Swan Lake in the second half of the year, which was an absolute dream ballet for me since I was a wee little child. So that was like a dream come true on all levels. I got to be in every show. I worked my butt off, and it was so worth it. I felt like I had so much growth as a dancer, as an artist. That was a fantastic experience. 11 out of 10. It was really hard. The days were long, but it was so worth it. The end of the year was definitely hard as a group, because I think a lot of people started to feel what I felt in terms of knowing your worth and advocating yourself towards the end of the year. So I feel like it got a little rocky at the end. But my PDs, if y'all are watching this, I love y'all so much. Like, we really banded together, and I'm so proud of us. I'm so proud of the year of work that we put out and that we performed for everyone. We really left everything that we had on the stage, in the studios, and I really could not be more proud of us. I don't think I would have wanted it to go any other way, because learning with you guys and growing with you guys and just living life with you guys was so special and so needed, and a very transitional and important part in my journey. So very grateful for my experience at PNB, no matter how hard it was at certain times. But overall very grateful. Summer hit. Immediately the day after we did our last performance for PNB, I got on an airplane, went to New York, and from New York spent a month in Europe. I think it was a wonderful, wonderful break from ballet, and I think it was a much needed mental reset, a much needed physical reset. So I'm probably, if you follow me on socials, you probably saw me bouncing across the continent over the summer. It was a bit chaotic. Traveling is exhausting, as if any of you have traveled, I'm sure you know. It's exhausting catching flights, making times, making appointments. It wasn't just for fun, you know, family had business there, we had important things to do. I met up with Romy in London from the Hardcore Podcast. It's on Spotify and Apple Podcasts if you want to listen. We recorded an episode in person and even took a few classes together. She is such a lovely person, and I felt like that was actually a really surreal kind of step in this journey, because it made me kind of realize that I wouldn't be able to make connections like that without you guys. And I was literally in another country, like halfway around the world, meeting somebody who I had talked to through social media, but like in real life. And I'm just so grateful that I'm able to have these moments and meet these kinds of people and reach these audiences. And really, I couldn't do it without you guys. So, I mean, I always owe you endless thanks, but like, thank you. I think obviously the most important thing is that I now live in Kansas City, Missouri. I'm born and raised in California. Okay. I am so sorry for the awkward pause. My card just decided to be full out of nowhere. And then I deleted a bunch of stuff and then it said it was still full. So then I deleted more stuff and now it's working. So I'm just gonna talk really fast and then hopefully it won't do that again. What I was saying was, the most important, I can't speak now. The most important thing that has happened in my life, that I'm sure some of you are aware on if you keep tabs on me as a creator in this dance world, is that I now have a job. Everybody, round of applause. This is good. This is good stuff. I am employed, and that means I now have a salary, and I am now appreciated for my artistic choices and my hard work and everything that I've done to get this point, and all the people that have helped me get to this point. I love you beyond words. My parents, who have done so much for me, every step of the way there for me. Romy and Zipporah, who literally have been my teachers since I was a little itty bitty little baby. Thank you for introducing me to what would be my future career. Literally everyone at Colburn, James and Jenny, thank you for teaching me what it means to not just be technical, but to be an artist. And obviously everyone at P&B, Miss Thompson, Miss Hansen, Miss Albee, literally solid people that have helped me get to where I am. I am still figuring out how to navigate professional life. I didn't even tell you where I was. I'm an apprentice with the Kansas City Ballet. And then when I had my audition class back in whenever that was, March, February, with the artistic director, and it went really well, I was like, you know what? I feel like I'm just gonna leave this in the universe's hands. I've done everything that I can. I've done my best work under the given circumstances, and I feel like it's enough. And it was. And I'll never forget the morning that I got that email. I'll never ever forget it. It was euphoric, truly, to feel like this weight just lifted off my shoulders. And I think it's also given me a lot of perspective that I'm no longer in that position of feeling so stressed out all the time about quote unquote making it. To anybody who wants to be a professional or anybody who is currently in the pre-professional realm, I really urge you to start training like you already are a professional. I really urge you to keep in mind when you're taking class that it's for you and that you're the artist in this situation, that overall you should be dancing because you love it and because it's good for you, not it's because what the person at the front of the room wants to see. Because I'm finding that's a very difficult pattern for me to break right now, is I'm very much in the student mindset, and I think that's just because we're students for so long. And we do need to be, because we need to learn and we need to perfect and work and all of those things. But I do urge you to start noticing what it really feels like to let go and be yourself and dance. I wish I would have been able to feel that earlier, because it's really a fantastic feeling. It's why we do it, and it shouldn't just happen on stage. It should happen all the time. Anyways, I'm rambling. I love you all so much. I really do. And I'm sorry that I don't post a lot on YouTube. It's just a little too much for me. And, you know, as a creator, I feel like I give a lot of myself to you guys because I truly do want to help, and I truly do want to guide people who are on a similar path as me, or are interested in a similar path as me. But YouTube just takes up a little bit too much of my spare time in the moment. That could change, you know, that truly could change. But I do feel like for longer video explanations, it's a really great platform for me to come out and talk to you guys. So I hope you like this little check-in. Maybe now that I actually get a weekend, crazy, I'll have more time to make fun YouTube videos. Let me know if you want a little apartment tour, because I think my apartment's super cute. My parents made it adorable. They helped me so much, and they made it adorable for me and livable and safe. And if you want a little apartment tour, I can do that. I guess I'll see you online, as I always do. But take care, be safe, be strong, be confident. That is so cringy, but I mean, it's just what came out of my mouth. But I've already accepted that I'm a very cringy person, so I should probably just stop talking and end here, okay? Okay, bye!